So in this session, we are going to understand what are thread and asynchronous tasks in Android application development. Let's get started with our async task first. If you see this image here, you can see that it displays you life cycle of your asynchronous task in Android. Whenever you start an asynchronous task, the very first method which gets executed is onPre-execute. This onPre-execute is in the GUI thread, graphical user interface thread. This means you can interact with view components, that is your button, your edit text, or whatever your view control is. You can access those resources within this method and you can interact. Once the control switches from onPre-execute to do in background, you can perform your background task in this method. A background task is something like, let's say if you want to perform a network operation, okay? Network operation means, let's say we are going to use static map API in this demonstration, and what we will be doing, we'll do something like this. Using our location manager, we are going to get latitude and longitude, okay? This latitude and longitude will be sent to static map API, which is available at a URL, let's say on internet, okay? So now this process is known as network operation, okay? Now once this network operation gets executed, your static map API is going to return some output, okay, back to the program. And let me just say it somewhat like this. What this will do, we are going to get a result, and the result will be, let's say, a bitmap image, and this bitmap image will be returned from your static map API back to your activity, okay? Let's say. So what we did, actually we have got latitude and longitude position from the location manager. We are going to perform a network operation and we are going to send the values to static map API on internet. Once the static map API has processed this latitude and longitude, it is going to generate an image back for us. We will be receiving this bitmap image and we can use this image in our application. Now, this network operation could be a long operation. Let's suppose if our internet connection has low speed, okay, this network operation will take a lot of time. Suppose I would have been executing this network operation on my GUI thread. So for that time, I would experience a pause on my application, okay? Because if, let's say, this network operation would have taken 2 minutes, so for that 2 minutes, my application would have been in a paused state. So we avoid such scenarios. Whenever we have to perform a network operation or a long operation, we always try to execute that in a background task. That is not GUI. So at that moment, user will be able to interact with the graphical user controls, and on the backend thread, on the back thread, the network operation will be processing. Once we have got that operation completed, we are going to receive results and we can display results on our view components, okay? So let's see. So if I get back to the image here, you can see that once we will execute the long operation in do in background, we are going to publish the progress. This published progress will give progress data to a method known as onProgressUpdate, and this onProgressUpdate will give data to onPostExecute or onCancelled, okay? In case if the execution has been completed successfully, you will get the results in onPostExecute. In case this operation failed or cancelled, then onCancelled will be executed, okay? Let's say if you are performing a long operation and a user presses something like, I want to cancel this operation. So at that moment, onCancelled will be called and your do in background will be closed. So these methods, your onPre-execute, onProgressUpdate, onPostExecute, onCancelled, these are on the GUI thread. This means once you have executed your long operation and whatever the result of that long operation is, that result can be displayed on view controls in this method, onPostExecute, okay? So this means जो आपका background thread है, उसके अंदर आप view components के साथ में deal नहीं कर सकते, interaction नहीं कर सकते. This means, let's say if I want to execute a toast statement within do in background, I cannot do that. It is not allowed because you cannot access any view controls in background thread. But let's say I have completed an operation and I want to display the result in a toast, then I will send the result to onPost execute, and onPost execute will display the toast. Is that clear? Have you understood? So now we'll perform this network operation and we are going to receive an image from static map API. This image will be in the bitmap format, and then we are going to display this image on image view. Okay, let me just give you a demonstration of static map API first. Okay, let's go for it. So we'll go to google.com, we'll open static map API here, and let's get a quick demonstration of static map API, how it works. So we'll just type in static map API. We'll go to Google Static Maps API on the website developers.google.com. On the website here, we'll go to Maps. On the maps here you can have a quick example how the things work. Let's say I'm going to use this URL. Okay. And what does this URL specify? Let me just say. This is the static map API, which is pointing to a central location. Okay. Let's say I would like to change this location to Delhi, India. Okay. Then I have another property, zoom size of the image which I want to generate, map type, that is road map. Markers will be displayed in blue color with a label S on this latitude and longitude, whatever the latitude and longitude is, and we can display as many markers as we want in our image. Okay, now let's see. So what I would like to do, since I have changed the location to Delhi, India, so I would just like to remove this markers, and I would like to keep only one single marker in blue color, and on this D will be displayed. Okay, D will be the label, and I would like to display that marker on Delhi, India. Clear? Now let's see. So this becomes your URL wherein you are going to connect or send a request to this Google Maps API. Google Map API will process your request. These are the get parameters. The first parameter is you are going to send central information, zoom information, size information, map type information, and markers information. Depending on the information provided, Google will process this and will return a bitmap image to you. Let's go to Google. You can specify latitude and longitude as well as names as well in the fields here. So let's just do a quick demo of how this works. Let's just copy that. I'll take this to the URL here. Okay. And on the URL, you can see that I'm going to provide some information like the central location, Delhi, India, size information, map type information, markers information, and all these values will be given to Google APIs. As soon as we press enter, now you can see that a map has been generated. Okay, so I have just provided a location Delhi, India, and I've just got Delhi, India created, and I'm getting a marker. Let's say if I want to change the location from this Delhi, India to something like more appropriate, let's say Parliament House. Okay, clear? So let's say since I've changed that to Parliament House, now you can see that Parliament of India has been defined here. And if I want to put a marker on something like Jantar Mantar at the moment, okay, so let's say I'll do something like Jantar Mantar. Okay, let's just do that. So we have just created an image and we are pointing it to Jantar Mantar at the moment in that image. So I hope you understand. So this is the request which we have performed. Google APIs has processed this and has returned a bitmap image to us. Okay. In case if I want to improve the zoom size, let's say I would like to press 21 so that I can view the map in more details. Okay. Let's say जैसे हमने पास किया So zoom will point to Parliament of India and will point to the nearby location as well. 21 is like a big size. For let's say I would like to try something like 17. So now you can see that I get the road map as well at the moment, that where this Parliament House is located or something like this. Okay. If you want to change the size of the image as far as your requirement is concerned, you can do that as well. Let's say I want to print an image of 600, so I'll get that image size. So this is how what you can do is you can send a request to Google APIs and it can return you a bitmap. Now what we will do, we are going to make a simple request. We are going to send our latitude and longitude position, and automatically a map will be generated for that location and we will be pointing to that location. Clear? So this is what we are going to do in this demonstration. Okay. Let's just proceed to the next part. In order to perform this network operation, you have to write the network operation in the asynchronous task, because in Android operating systems, network operations are not allowed on GUI thread. So you are going to create a background thread, you are going to perform this connection to Google Map API, you are going to receive the bitmap, then you are going to forward bitmap to onPost execute, and within onPost execute, which is on your GUI thread, we are going to display image on a image view. Let's do that in the next demo.